One part of the Thanksgiving decoupling that truly fell flat was the moment involving Sheldon's comments about slavery. Those lines didn't just feel unnecessary, they came off as tone-deaf and offensive, and worst of all, they weren't even remotely funny. It was hard to understand why the writers felt the need to add those jokes at all, especially when they didn't contribute anything meaningful to the scene. Thankfully, Amy immediately pointed out how inappropriate his remarks were, which brought at least a brief sense of balance. Still, it raises the question of why the writers felt the need to take the storyline in that direction in the first place. Another element that wasn't completely satisfying was the way Penny was depicted as overly clueless. While this portrayal did lead to some genuinely hilarious moments, it also highlighted how uneven her relationship with Leonard can be. Leonard is a genius with an academic background, while Penny is presented as someone who often makes impulsive choices without fully understanding the consequences. It's not that Leonard should make her feel inferior because of this, he absolutely shouldn't, but given their long, complicated history, the dynamic felt believable. Their relationship has always had this imbalance, and the episode simply leaned into it more visibly than usual. The storyline about Penny's drunken marriage may seem ridiculous, but in a strange way, it also mirrors real-life situations. It's surprising how easily people can get legally married while intoxicated, especially in places like Las Vegas where an Elvis impersonator can officiate on a whim. The whole concept seems absurd, but it actually happens. I once met someone in college who had a similar experience, which makes you wonder whether a real-life moment like that inspired the writers. At least in the show, Penny genuinely didn't realize the marriage was legally binding, adding to the chaos and humor of the situation. The scene where the characters try to process Penny's accidental wedding was one of the funniest stretches of the episode. The actors delivered their lines effortlessly, and Kaylee Cuoco captured Penny's mixture of confusion and panic perfectly. The rest of the cast reacted exactly the way you'd expect: shocked, irritated, and baffled. Their responses helped elevate the comedic energy, making the entire exchange memorable. Zach showing up for Thanksgiving dinner only enhanced the awkwardness, but it also served an important purpose. His interaction with Penny and Leonard highlighted how much more compatible Penny is with Leonard. Zach's presence, a mix of charm, naivety, and simplicity, reminded everyone that, despite some of Penny's questionable choices, she and Leonard truly do work well together. Their relationship has flaws, but it has depth, history, and real emotion, something her past with Zach clearly lacked. Another exaggerated yet entertaining part of the episode was Sheldon getting drunk. Whenever Sheldon lets loose, it completely changes his personality, and he becomes far funnier and more relaxed than his usual rigid, socially oblivious self. Watching him loosen up, behave unpredictably, and drop his usual pretentiousness was a highlight. Honestly, he's much more enjoyable after a drink or two than when he's lecturing everyone or failing to understand basic social cues. His sudden deep dive into football strategy wasn't surprising, though. He has mentioned before that growing up in Texas meant being surrounded by football culture, whether he liked it or not. Still, seeing him bond so naturally with Bernadette's father over play calls and team dynamics was unexpectedly touching. Howard, meanwhile, struggled badly to connect with his father-in-law, which only made Sheldon's success more awkward. It was genuinely sad to watch Howard try so hard while Sheldon effortlessly impressed the man without even meaning to. Fortunately, by the end of the meal, Bernadette's father softened slightly toward Howard, offering at least a small moment of relief. Overall, the episode mixed humor with a bit of emotional tension. Despite a couple of missteps, especially the off-putting slavery joke, the interactions, comedic timing, and character dynamics kept the story engaging and memorable. Thank you for watching our recap. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos.